What's up, y'all? This is Kelly Clarkson here, just hanging out with BuzzFeed, and what I'm about to do is gonna blow your mind. You're welcome. This is the Kelly Clarkson Discography Challenge bracket, much like the March Madness bracket, except this one matters. I'm just kidding. First up, Behind These Hazel Eyes and Since You've Been Gone. I'm gonna go with Hazel Eyes. I don't know, I love the video. I love singing that song. Stronger and Never Again, I'm gonna say Stronger. I mean, I like Never Again, but Stronger is such a fun song to sing. And just so many cool stories. People tell me of why they relate to that song. I really love that one. Because if anyone's relating to Never Again, they've had a really crap relationship. So, My Life Would Suck Without You or Dark Side. Dark Side. Basically, I'm just picking any song that a particular person isn't a part of. Love So Soft or Whole Lotta Woman, that is hard. I'm gonna say Whole Lotta Woman because I refer to Texas, so why wouldn't I? I Do Not Hook Up or Walk Away. I'm gonna say Walk Away. I love that bridge. It's my favorite. Miss Independent or Mr. Know-It-All. You know what? Miss Independent, still after 16 years, is literally my favorite song to perform. It's weird. A Whole Lotta Woman is a close tie, but All I Ever Wanted to Let Me Down. Ooh, Let Me Down. I am angry. I love Angry Kelly with music. I did just talk about myself in the third person. Heat or Heartbeat Song? I have to go with Heartbeat Song because it's my youngest daughter's favorite and she's so cute. She loves to sing it all the time. Hazel Eyes and Stronger. I'm gonna go with Stronger. It's just a really cool message. I like an empowering message if you've sensed that theme over the last 16 years, okay. Dark Side or Whole Lotta Woman? Whole Lotta Woman. Walk Away or Miss Independent? Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna say Walk Away. That was tough. That was like Gargonzola, whatever that team is, the really good one. What is her name? Gonzaga. It was Gonzaga. Sports ball, yay. Let Me Down or Heartbeat. Okay, I love My Little Girl, and I know that like all fans probably want me to pick Heartbeat Song, but I love Let Me Down. I was actually very mad when I wrote it in the parking lot of a yoga studio where I chose to write a song instead of doing yoga. I generally choose to do most things other than working out. Stronger or Whole Lotta Woman? Whole Lotta Woman. I know plenty are disagreeing. I don't care. It's mine. It's my bracket. You make your own. Walk Away or Let Me Down? Gonna have to go with Walk Away though. Love Walk Away. It's just fun to sing. And there's horns and it's fun and I just feel like it's the closest I get to being cool like Annie Lennox in my discography, so Whole Lotta Woman or Walk Away? I'm choosing Whole Lotta Woman. Already Gone or Sober? Hands down Sober. I love Sober. Cry? Nice. Or Don't You Wanna Stay? Ooh. Don't You Wanna Stay? It reminds me of like a country ballad, like from like the 90s. It reminds me of a country ballad because it is a country ballad. I meant specifically from the 90s. Because of You or Piece by Piece? Piece by Piece, because it's like, I feel like they're bookends and the first one's just a real sad bookend. And at least the second one, Piece by Piece is redeeming towards the end. Because of You is just like a Dateline special. Nothing happy happens there. Haunted or Irvine? That is a throwback. It's the saddest song I've ever written, but I'm gonna go with Irvine. It was a rough day in Irvine. A Moment Like This or Breakaway? Really, any other song? I love that you put these two together. Okay, these are my least two favorites. Neither. They both just lost the game. I'm gonna say Breakaway. The Sun Will Rise or Catch My Breath? I'm gonna say Catch My Breath. I got to write that with Jason Halbert and I love him. My entire career would not have been possible without Jason Halbert. Wrapped in Red or Underneath the Tree? Ooh, the imagery of Wrapped in Red, but I'm gonna say Underneath the Tree. You just want a big uplifting song that you can dance to, right? Christmas Eve or Winter Dream? Brandon song? No brainer, Brandon song. So Sober and Don't You Wanna Stay? I'm gonna say Sober. I love the song, but I really love Sober. It was a really sad time. I needed to get that message out. Piece by Piece or Irvine? I'm gonna say Piece by Piece. Breakaway or Catch My Breath? Underneath the Tree or Winter Dreams? Gonna have to go with Underneath the Tree on this one. I do love Winter Dreams. It sounds like what a snow globe would sound like if it had a sound, but I'm gonna have to go with Underneath the Tree. Okay, Sober or Piece by Piece? Gonna have to say Sober. I'm letting a lot of people down here. I don't care. Catch My Breath or Underneath the Tree? I love Christmas. Underneath the Tree. Sober or Underneath the Tree? I'm gonna say Sober. Because I feel like you only get Underneath the Tree and it's only appropriate. It's not appropriate in June, right? Sober is appropriate any time of the year. Okay, so Whole Lotta Woman or Sober, those are two different moods. It's like really basically what we've just done is we're picking between my 20s and my 30s. Totally gonna go with my 30s. Whole Lotta Woman. Because Sober was a very sad place for me. Whole Lotta Woman, that's the winner. You know why? Because I am. You're welcome for all of it. Kelly Clarkson discography challenge bracket. I don't care if you don't like mine. Do your own. Bye. I said Gargonzola.
I know, I loved it.
Couldn't remember their name.